Well, with another foot of snow falling outside on top of about 1.5 feet that's already on the ground here, figured since I'm snowed in, I'm gonna make a Twitter Q&A video here for you guys. Sorry for the short notice. I know a lot of you guys were like, oh, I wanted to ask a question on this, and I did this during school hours, and a lot of you guys probably be pissed. But anyway, to kill time here, I did a Twitter Q&A and told you guys to go to my Twitter and leave questions today. It's been about an hour or so, so let's get to the Twitter Q&A session here. All right. Someone actually posted this right before I asked to get questions. Joseph wants to know, they're wondering my thoughts about this possible YouTube glitch, and then there was a video attached. What this glitch that I've seen a number of people talking about is people have seen a dramatic decrease in the amount of video views that their videos have gotten. And I could say I personally have noticed similar trends on my videos myself. Now, I wouldn't say it's anything drastic on my end, but there are some channels that were getting several 100,000 views regularly that are getting 30, 40, 50,000 views. And the person that sent me that video sent the video that detailed all that. And I do think there is something different. There definitely is, and I don't know what the specifics are. There's got to be some different way that YouTube is calculating views. Because the one thing that I used to notice with, and I'll use my videos as an example, if a video would get, like, 400 or 500 thumbs ups, that's when you would start seeing it push the threshold of 10,000 plus views. Generally, that's just what it seemed to be from my fan base. But now when my fan base watches a video and you see it get 300, 400, 500,000 thumbs ups, you don't tend to see it correlate. Sometimes, like that What the Buck video I made yesterday, in fact, let me bring it up here real quick to look to see what that has video view wise and thumbs up wise. That is looking at 433 thumbs ups right now with just over 5,000 views. You can go back and look at my previous videos that were from more than 6 months ago and beyond, and I know that people go like, well, it's just going to accumulate more views over that time span anyways. But no, when a video was originally released by me in the first day or two, if it got upwards of 400 thumbs ups, that always generally correlated to get around 8, 9, 10,000 views. The fact that now it's thousands of views less, there is something significantly different with the way YouTube is calculating its views. But whatever, it hasn't affected me monetarily, so I don't give a fuck. So I don't know, I guess people are obsessed about that little number, thinks it validates their videos any that much more. To me, I don't care. I mean, if someone wants to judge me based on the number of views a video gets and thinks like, oh, this video sucks because it doesn't get as many views as this guy or that guy, then, well, that's their problem. My message still is as loud and clear as it would be in a video that has 100,000 views or just 10 views. So, I don't know. But it is something that I've definitely noticed on this end, but it's nothing that I've really gave two shits about. All right. What are my thoughts on the recent Angry Joe and Mount Kingo TV controversy? All right, that's his name. I've seen this. A number of people are claiming that Angry Joe put ads on that video of Jew Wario committing suicide. Now, all I can tell you firsthand is that when I saw his video, I don't have ad block on the computer I use downstairs here, and I absolutely did not see ads on the video. As for the other stuff in there, I don't know, whatever. It's too much inside stuff for me to even care about or to even bother to look in even more. But whatever, people are upset at Angry Joe for quote-unquote exploiting Jew Wario's suicide. What is my opinion? I'm sorry, that previous question was from Big Mac. Big Mac, as New Dog makes a squeaky noise in the background. The next question is from the whatever, the Tigeress guy. And he's been a long time subscriber of mine, loves my sports videos and all that. But okay. The T guy asks, what is my opinion on CTFXC? If I remember correctly, that's Charles Trippy. If that's not, I apologize. not really sure what CTFXC is. I think it is Charles Trippy, but if it is Charles Trippy, what is my opinion on them? I've said it a number of times before, and that is he is the innovator of YouTube whoring. The absolute innovator of YouTube whoring. Now, he might not have been the first one to do it, but he was the first one that got really successful, along with Philip DeFranco. It's kind of like they were neck and neck at the time, for really popularizing and showing that, you know, the fake thumbnails, misleading titles, and making just shitty videos that are duped into thinking that there's something else, etc., would get a shit ton of views, and he was one of the first to do that. But anyway, Whiteboy69 asks, very, very good question. This is a question that a lot of people want to know. Whiteboy69 wants to know, am I gay or just a emo? Well, I was emo for a long time until I realized there was only one way to break out of my emo ways, and that was just to become gay. So I just became a flaming homosexual, and I started having sex with guys like Undertaker Freak on a regular basis. And I'm no longer emo because I think being gay is better than being emo. Sorry, I don't mean to pick between the two. I mean, you got to pick one over the other, and I chose to be it. People would say, well, why don't you want to be a gay emo then? You can be the best of both worlds. Well, I don't know. That's just too many different clothing options to consider every single day, because, you know, I don't want to go there. Tubalard wants to know, which bands, artists have I seen in concert? God, I haven't been to a concert in a long, long time. One of the last concerts I went to actually was Beck. Okay? Beck. Alright? You get the idea there? I haven't been to a concert in a long ass time. One of the last concerts I've been to was Beck. Anyway, but yeah, I just don't get around to going to concerts. Girlfiend does the concert viewing in this relationship. Whiteboy69 again wants to know, weeboos, bronies, weebos, I'm probably saying that wrong, weeboos, bronies, or furries. I don't know what a weeboo is, bronies or furry. Don't fucking care either which way, whatever which fucking one of those three you are or worship or whatever. Oh, by the way, I just want to show you why I'm wearing a science bitch. Breaking Bad, motherfuckers! I got a lot of Breaking Bad shirts. A lot of people didn't catch that A1A shirt I had the other day. It was the car wash from Breaking Bad. Anyway, thank you, Whiteboy69. That was great. Rhode Island. Wow, the state of Rhode Island has a question for me. Opinion on Sammy Classic Sonic fan. No fucking clue who they are, so no fucking opinion on them. It, her, they, she, him, whatever. JC11 Regnier, whatever. What do you think about the new Twitter profiles? I have no idea that the profiles changed on Twitter. Whiteboy69 asks, one too many questions, so I will not answer his question about the Holocaust because he is being a question whore. And then he asks if I'm asking it. Okay, well, no, I keep answering his questions. Another one from Rhode Island. Pokemon opinion. I haven't watched a second of Pokemon in my life, other than if I was passing through it on a channel or something, just flipping through. I couldn't tell you the name of a character other than Pikachu. That's it. And Lambtron, or was that just South Park? Was that one they just created for South Truck? Choo Choo Nesby, Shoo. See, I know more of the fake Pokemon characters from South Park than I do real life Pokemon characters. I consider that a good thing. Anyway, thank you, Rhode Island. It's a state with many questions. Mike K. Copeland wants to know, do I want ECW to be brought back as a third WWE brand or its own independent show? ECW coming back right now in any way, shape, or form is just not worth it. It's not worth it. If you want to rebrand it with new wrestlers, it's just not the same thing. It's lost any string that it was holding on to of hope for being a success when WWE brought it back, starting in, I guess it was like 2005 when they tried to bring it back as its own entity and, you know, try and pass it off as this, you know, branch of the company, but it was still under WWE's control. So yeah, I don't want to see it come back at all. I just want to keep my ECW DVDs, all the stuff that I have recorded, and anything that I could see on the internet, and just enjoy that shit. It ran its course. It's done. By the way, we got a new dog, an atomic gummy bear. It's a big atomic gummy bear. I call it atomic because it looks like it got like zapped in an atomic bomb, and it's like now neon green. And it squeaks. He can never run around the furniture. He has to jump. Has to. Can't go around things in this house. Anyway. Thank you, Mike K. Copeland. Casey Curran, whatever, aka Volvo Crusher, longtime fan of mine. Who would win in a fight, Crixus or New Dog? Crixus has, if you could stand up here, New Dog. Alright. Oh, he ran around the furniture after I said how he always jumps on it. I was going to try and get New Dog to stand up there. Crixus has about a 25-pound advantage on New Dog, which is more than enough in the animal kingdom to dominate another animal of the same species, and he's biting the friggin' gummy bear in my lap. Anyway, yeah, Crixus would probably win, but they would never fight because they're love buddies. And for those of you that keep asking, Crixus is with Girlfiend's parents, and I've said that in a number of videos before, so I'll just keep saying it again so that people know that's where he is at. What are my favorite sports from the Winter Olympics? Gotta go with hockey, since I'm a fan of the NHL in real life. In real life, like the Olympics aren't real life. You know, it's interesting to find out who you want to root for because, you know, there's a number of because I love the Philadelphia Flyers, and there's a number of Flyers on, you know, different, you know, European teams right now. It's like, you know, who do you root for? Do you root for your country, or do you root for one of your favorite players that's playing for, like, you know, Slovakia or whatever the team may be? Love that. I find myself watching curling. Especially women's curling. The Canadian women's team and the little rock pusher girl from Russia are fucking banging, and I would love to bang them. So yeah, it's no real appreciation for the sport, it's just that they have some hot girls in the women's curling. Men's curling, I don't give a flying fuck. I turn the channel when that's on. But yeah, speed skating, all that shit. I watch whatever's on. I'm addicted to sports, and there's no fucking football, so I'm like scraping to get whatever I can. Is YouTube a fading platform? No. I think it's going to be a platform that's going to plateau soon, meaning they're going to reach the height of their popularity. But who's to say even that is going to happen? With Google behind it and seeing the potential money-making just colossus that can be in YouTube, who knows? Who knows where this is going to go, how much it's going to take over television, if it's going to help replace television with, I've said a number of times before, some sort of a la carte programming system where you can get TV channels online or your favorite content online on a platform like YouTube. That happens more and more every single day. You know, it's sky's the limit as far as YouTube is concerned. The only thing that can really fade them out is if you know, the next opponent arrives. You know, a wild internet website arrives to dethrone them, but they've got such a fucking large share of the market right now, a monopoly on the market right now, frankly, that the next closest competitor is about one thousandth as viable. Where'd it go? Oh, viable competitor to YouTube right now. That was Seth Wood. Justin Guy. Okay. Justin Guy wants to know, what do I think of 2001 A Space Odyssey? I watched 2001 A Space Odyssey for the first time. It was like 2-3 years ago. And I can tell you right now, I have no fucking clue what happened in the end of that movie. None. Like, maybe if I watch it again, it'll be a lot more just clear, and I'll be like, oh, okay, I get it now. But I don't get it. I don't get it. I know someone will explain it in the comments of this video here. I don't understand why that big black thing of granite or whatever, that when the planets aligned and Venus and Mars and Earth and everything got in a line with the sun, that people started dying and it cued it to just kill everyone. I'm just like, alright, that's unique. I guess that'll be explained a bit more, or if it did get explained, I just fucking missed it. Anyway, I found myself having a hard time paying attention to that movie because just shit was just all over the place. It was a phenomenal movie, a spectacle to see, especially for the time that it came out. I do believe it was like 1969 that movie came out. To know something that looks like it was well ahead of its time. It was a fucking amazing film to see, and I could imagine seeing that in the movie theaters when it came out, being like, holy shit, this is fucking phenomenal. But as for the end of the movie, and spoiler alert, I have no idea what happened with Dave. Why is he in that room? He grows old. He dies there. Did something feed him for the rest of his life while he sat in that plush palace of a room? Like, what the fuck was that? I have no clue. I have absolutely no clue. He sat there by himself for the rest of his eternity of his life and just died. And then a baby came out and... fuck it. Whatever. Anyways. Movies all over the place. Like, my summation of it. And someone's gonna be like, oh, this is the greatest movie ever. You're doing a shit job. You should have paid attention more. Yeah, probably. If I watched it again, I'd probably be like, oh, okay, I get it now. If I could fight against the WWE wrestler, who would you fight? Well, I wouldn't want to fight against most of the WWE wrestlers since they're just roid-raging meatheads that would probably pummel the shit out of me. So, God, I would like to fight someone like Kelly because I think she's hot as fuck, but she's been, had the WWE train of men run a lead pipe through her nonstop every night ever since she was in the industry and not there anymore. Trish Stratus, then. I'd like to wrestle Trish Stratus. She's a silly ditzy blonde bimbo, and who doesn't like a silly ditzy blonde bimbo? Girl Fiend, that wasn't directed at you, by the way, baby. She's not here. Anyway, that was Pokebrony that asked that. The previous question was asked by Justin Guy. Paul wants to know, who do you want to run for president? Here's the thing. I think there's a lot of good candidates out there that have great ideas, are going to be innovative as a ruler of a first world country like this. But the thing is, it is so hard to get shit done that is against the grain or against what is just common practical protocol procedure, because Senate will shoot your ass down. And that's why I have no hope of one great hope coming in and turning things around. You could see with any president, pick any president you want to, any grand plan that they wanted to get accomplished, other than, going back 100 plus years when you saw guys like Abraham Lincoln, or even going up to Teddy Roosevelt getting the New Deal put through. It's just like in the past 100 years, almost 100 years, it's just, nothing gets done. Nothing gets done that isn't just more of the same, I should say. Like, it would be great, like, if a lot of the ideals that Ron Paul puts forth were practically able to be pulled off if he got into office. But the thing is, if he got in office, Senate would give him the toughest fucking time ever, that none of the shit he wanted to get done would ever get done. And that's like the realistic thing that whenever I encounter a Ron Paul supporter, I explain to them, I go like, what do you really think Ron Paul could be able to do if he got into office? Like, what do you seriously think he could get done? Like, Senate would just not hear his shit. It would be one of the worst presidencies, and I'm sorry, but that's just the facts of the matter. The president can only do as much as Congress wants him to do, or as much as the Supreme Court is not going to overrule him on, or her, to be fair. So yeah, that was by Paul. Dr. Smugonomics, that's an awesome name. Dr. Smugonomics, must be a John Cena fan. What Philly sports team will be the first to win a championship? Well, 3 out of 4 have won championships. 3 out of 4 have won multiple championships, for that matter. But what Philly team will be the next team to win a championship? If I had to rank them in order, I would say Eagles, Sixers, Flyers, and Phillies. That's the order I would go in right now. Even though the Phillies have the biggest payroll and arguably the most talented on paper roster, but that team is just going to get rolled this year. The Phillies could finish dead last in the NL East this year. Very good chance. Very good chance they don't even get 70 wins this year, in all honesty. But we'll see what happens. Year ain't over till I see them playing real-time baseball. And now with Cole Hamels out and them signing A.J. Burnett, it's like, oh boy, here we go. Cole Hamels being out is bad fucking news for the Phils. Oh my god, I'm getting off a topic. This is none of which Dr. Smuckonomics asked. So, we'll go on to the next question. Hatume asks, I love you. Do you love me too? Well, you used T-O instead of T-O-O. So, bad grammar. And I'd give you a pass if it was Valentine's Day, but I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You gotta have good grammar if you want to get my love. Sorry. Oh, stop crying! Capital! It's his name, Capital. Screen name, Capital 480. When will you play Hack Attack? I already played Hack Attack. I made a video up. I uploaded a video playing Hack Attack. Search it. Search bar up there. Archfiend, Hack Attack. Already played it. Derpy Pie. That's my favorite My Little Pony, Derpy Pie. There are rumors that Hogan might come back. What are your thoughts on that? My thoughts are that it's going to be good for the business, good for WWE, even though at this point I just wish they would just fall flat on their face and die at this point. It's going to be good for business. He'll probably come back in some sort of GM capacity or something. He'll probably come back in with Sting, and I don't know, they'll do some sort of like corporate buyout angle or something. Who the fuck knows? He's not going to wrestle in the ring. People thinking like, oh, maybe they'll get Stone Cold back and they'll have that dream match finally between Hogan and Austin. Hogan couldn't do his leg drop. Hogan couldn't do a kick. Hogan couldn't take a bump at this point in his career. The most he could do is come in and throw a punch or two, throw one of those ridiculous, I'm Hulk Hogan, that's how I punch you. You know, that ridiculous shit. Do that a couple times and then set him up for someone else to do their finisher, so whatever. Alright, thank you, Derpy Pie. Capital also wants to know, do you still have your old videos that were taken down by Blip on your website? Thank you for asking that. I found out about this just a little bit ago. I haven't been active on my Blip TV account for some time, and because I haven't, Blip TV deleted the account. Now, this is no one's fault but my own. I'm sure they were sending like warning emails that I just, brushed off or just erased and didn't care to pay attention to, whatever. I do still have all those videos backed up. When I get around to it someday, I'll burp on them and then upload them again at some point. But at this point, I was like, nothing of value was lost, as they say on the internets. I might just upload it in one long-ass video file and just put it on the front page of my website and saying, here's every video that Blip TV had, that I had on my Blip TV account. Anyway. So yeah, I still have them, but oh well, they're gone for now. Frank Hagar, oh, I loved you in Final Fight. What do you think of rap music, Burger King versus McDonald's, and who is your favorite actor or actress? What do I think of rap music? I actually liked it a lot when I was a teenager and a kid. Not so much at all anymore today. Just kind of because I just hate the music industry in general at this point. Burger King versus McDonald's. I don't like either, since I'm a vegetarian and someone who cares about good health, and basically going into either place is just your way of saying, oh, I want to cut a little time off of my life, so I'm going to eat here today. But you know what? Hey, it tastes good. I ain't going to die. It doesn't taste good. I always said if I was on death row, I would have a plate of bacon, egg, and cheese biscuits from McDonald's because I think they are the greatest fucking food tasting thing. Oh my god, I probably cut 6 years off of my life when I was a meat eater when I was eating that shit. But I root for Burger King because I like the underdog. I like the underdog. And McDonald's is just too in your fucking face, and I don't know. Just fuck McDonald's. Fuck Ronald McDonald. And who's my favorite actor or actress? I like Robert De Niro. He's pretty much a no-fail in 90% of the films that he's going to be in. Love Ed Norton, even though he's had some stinkers like that Death to Smoochie movie. Is that what it was called? Death to Smoochie? I didn't even watch it. It just got fucking ripped apart. Actress-wise, you can't go wrong with Meryl Streep. I don't know, I'm just trying to think of any good movies I saw recently, because like Leonardo DiCaprio, I think he's very underrated and underappreciated, because some people are like, oh, that's the guy from Titanic, that stupid-ass movie, I'm not going to give anything else he does any validation. Leonardo DiCaprio is a good fucking actor, even going all the way back to Romeo and Juliet. I know a lot of people don't like it because they speak in old ways that, you know, are too sophisticated for the common audience to understand. Because it's, you know, written by William Shakespeare and spoken in Old English and all that shit. Anyway, so yeah, that's pretty much all of that. What town did I grow up in? New Jersey, a little known town called Compton. Just kidding, Burlington. Patrick McCarthy wants to know, and that previous question was from Ben Strubel. Pat McCarthy wants to know, is there any big name YouTuber you like? Big name YouTuber. I'm trying to think who I'm subscribed to that is a big name or just has like a lot of subscribers or whatever that I follow. I like The Game Theorist. That's a channel I just got into recently. I mean channels I think that are big that do a lot of effort, that make solid efforts into their product, or stuff like Red Letter Media. Love fucking OSW Review. I mean, these may not be channels that have hundreds of thousands of subscribers, but I consider them bigger YouTubers because they put a lot of time and effort into their stuff, into that makes them big to me. It doesn't necessarily mean just because you put time and effort into your shit that means you're better than anyone else. But to me, that makes it a lot more than just, you know, watching someone like, if it was like myself, or watching the Undertaker Freak, like the two of us that just, you know, turn on a camera, shoot, and that's pretty much all we do, even though sometimes we occasionally will put some editing and a bit more effort than just turn on the camera for you guys. Someone like, you know, the two of us, I don't consider us big efforts as far as video making goes. And so I don't mean to speak too much for Undertaker Freak on this, but similarly, our videos look the same style-wise and production-wise. But that's all I was saying for that. Thank you, Patrick McCarthy. Envy Candy Dub Saga. I've seen your movies. Do you watch any anime? If so, what are some of your favorites? My favorite animes of all time are none. I mean, unless you want to go back to stuff I watched when I was a kid, like if anime is just technical Japanese animation, you can go back to something like Voltron that I watched when I was a kid, something like that. But as far as modern day anime, I don't watch anything unless it has tentacles and tentacle penises. Just kidding. Anyway, someone I remember doing one of my live shows once, they sent me one of those tentacle things, and I was like, wow, that's fucking Japanese are weird people. But then again, Americans are viewing it, so what's that say? Anyway, thank you, Envy Candy Dub Saga. The Tigris guy, whatever the fuck your name's supposed to be. With the Eagles having a harder schedule this year, do you think the Eagles will end with a better record than last year? All depends on Nick Foles. All depends on Nick Foles. I honestly think this team is good enough to contend with, well, they got to play Arizona again, but they got that first place schedule, which means you're playing Seattle, you're playing Carolina, you're playing Green Bay, you got to play all those first place teams in the NFC, and they got the AFC, who are they playing in the AFC? AFC South, so they're playing the Texans, the Colts, the Jaguars, which are no big of a deal, but it's definitely a lot of games this year that you're going, wow, I'm not so sure about this year. This could be difficult. I still see them being a 10-win team and being the far out best team in the NFC East right now. But it depends on the draft. It depends on if Chip Kelly isn't just a one-year flash in the pan. But I saw his system progressively working better and better all year. And with that being said, with him getting more guys in there that fit his system, I can't see how you can say just because it's a harder schedule that, oh no, this team is going to be worse. Because if you look how this team started this year, my God, this team was 2-4 at one point this year, and then finished the season 10-6. So it goes to show you that team was having a hard time clicking with Chip Kelly's system, and once Chip Kelly got that system going, they banged out 8 out of their last 9 games with a win. So, fucking bring it. I can't wait for football season. Thank you for bringing up a football question so I can get back in football mode again. Oh, I'm gonna fucking tackle you, new dog. Don't you dare look at me like that. I'll tackle you. I'll put you through the fucking turf. He doesn't care. He's out watching birds in the snow. Anyway, thank you, Tiger Sky. Lee Watts wants to know, are there any British sitcoms you enjoy? Not recently, but I used to watch Mr. Bean all the time. Used to love Mr. Bean. That used to air on HBO. Never got into the Black Adder, even though people are like, oh, if you like Rowan Atkinson, you gotta watch the Black Adder. It's so much better than Mr. Bean. Every time I would try and watch it, I go, he's talking. I don't want to see this guy talking. What the Mr. Bean doesn't talk. Except sometimes he goes, or yes. Like, that's the most you want to hear Rowan Atkinson talk, because I got so used to seeing Mr. Bean that when I would try and watch the Black Adder, I'm like, he's fucking talking. I don't like this. Click. So anyways, I never gave that a chance. I'm trying to think of what else that I watch. One thing that Girl Fiend loves, it's a British show, the IT crowd, something like that. She fucking loves that show. Like, loves it. Like Masturbate loves to it. I'm just kidding. She doesn't. But she might when I'm not around. But anyway, I think that's a British show. I think she said it's a British show. I've never seen a second of it. It's probably like Australian for all I know. Anyway, yeah, thank you, Lee Watts. Next question from Sui, aka Swish. Have you had the chance to enjoy the snow? Building any snowman? Snowballs for New Dog? New Dog loves the snow. New Dog wants to live in the snow. New Dog hates me when I bring him back inside. Look at that. He heard me say the snow word, and he's right here. He's going, did I hear snow? Did I hear snow? I want to go in the snow. I'm going to eat your face till you take me out in the snow again. All right. That kind of hurt a little bit. Ugh. Yeah, New Dog loves the snow. Haven't built any snowmen. There's a pile of snow now next to my driveway that is literally as tall as me. No exaggeration. I'm 6'2". The snow bank, because it's been snowing a foot upon foot upon foot here, that I had to keep dumping the snow on the side of my driveway, and it's basically my driveway and like cars. You can't even see those cars in my driveway when you drive up on the house, because that's how high the snow banks are. And on top of that, it's been a lot of blowing snow today, and it's been stopping where the snow's already banked, so it's friggin' high as an elephant's eye, like the stalks of corn in Iowa, as they say. Yeah, see if anyone knows what song that's from. Juho Liponen. I'm familiar with your lawyer work. You do excellent business. Anyway, am I going to buy Final Fantasy X HD remastered when it comes out? Fuck yes. That'll be the next video game I buy, the next video game I play, the next video game I defeat. I love Final Fantasy X. It's my favorite game of all time, for those of you that didn't know. People are going like, no way, Final Fantasy this and this were way better, and X2 is even better. Fuck you if you think X2 is better than fucking Final Fantasy X. That is like if I could be emperor of a country, one of the things I would decree to the land is all who think Final Fantasy X2 is better than Final Fantasy X, please come to the town square. And when they're in the town square, I would summon meteor to fall on them. You gotta do what you gotta do. Tommy wants to know, and this will be the final question here since this has dragged on long enough. Thank you all for asking the questions here and for passing a little time while I was snowed in here today. And by the way, it's so fucking bright here on me because my bay window, I have 3 windows wide in the front of the house here, and the snow's reflecting in, which brings out my eye color a lot. Yeah, look at those baby blues, but also brings out all the fucking gray hairs on the side of my head. Do you still have the Alienware laptop? I remember so many people would get mad at you saying you had one. Yep, still do. It's going strong for 4 years here. Actually, right here as I'm reading the questions off from it. I don't know why. There was a time there where I kept repeating or showing the Alienware laptop. That was deliberate. If there's one thing I ever did that was deliberately done in videos I made, was mentioning I had an Alienware laptop. It wasn't to be braggadocious about it or anything like that, because I remember one time I made a fleeting remark in a random video. I said something, I just got my new Alienware laptop the other day, or something along those lines. And so people were like, oh my god, that's such an overpriced piece of Dell shit. I hope you like spending $2,000 more than you needed to on your computer. Oh my god, blah, 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 blah. Shut the fuck up. I wanted one, I got one. Yeah, it cost me about, it was like $2,300 when I got it, and I could have got a near equally functional computer for a lot less, probably. Could have built my own computer for a lot less. I got that. But I fucking love this computer. This computer is a fucking beast. It has worked without a hitch for over 4 years now. The processor speed is still fucking insurmountably insane. I fucking love it. This is my black baby. Don't you talk bad about my baby, or else you'll go into the fucking town square with the X2 lovers and you'll get fucking Meteor 4 dropped on you. Anyway, this concludes our Twitter Q&A session here today. Thank you all for the lovely questions you guys asked here today. New dog, you want to go back outside, I can tell. He's getting impatient, so thanks again, guys. Have a good day, a better tomorrow, and get shoveling if you're in the Northeast here with the snowfall, because if you wait till it's over, it's going to be too fucking heavy. I shoveled this shit 3 times already today. That's how you don't break your back in this. Come on, use your brains, people. Have a good day.